Yo, what is good YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K24 video, and in today's video I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys. As you can see on your screen, in today's episode we're going to be creating a balanced offensive two-guard build. So similar to the balanced offensive point that we made, this is in the balanced offensive family. With that being said, let's jump into the build. Of course, if you want to make this build, you have to make it at the shooting guard position. The only way you're going to get the name two guard in your build is if you make it at the shooting guard position, because that is obviously the two guard or second guard. Height, weight, and wingspan, you can, tweak and change as you want. Me personally, I went 6'6" on the height just because this is going to be an offensive build first and foremost. For those of you who, want a little bit more defense, then obviously you can go 6'7" on the height. I'll talk about that later when we get into the attributes on defense. But for me, I went 6'6" on the height because, just have a little bit of, length and height to the build. But also, I didn't need to go 6'7" because, this is going to be an offensive first build. Weight and the wingspan you can change to your discretion as you like. It's totally up to you. I just went 215, 6'9". You can change it however you like. And then these are the attributes that I went with: a 70 close shot, a 90 layup, and an 86 driving dunk. Now you see that we're going to have that 90 layup. You see we're lit up for finishing badges. You see all of those Hall of Fame badges that we're going to have access to: two-step, spin cycle, scooper, pro touch, float game, aerial, acrobat, giant slayer, silver slithery, gold bunny, silver whistle. We're going to be able to just absolutely annihilate people in the paint. And then we also have that 86 driving dunk giving us silver posterizer right there. You see silver slithery, precision dunker, silver whistle as well too. So when we're not laying the shit out of people or catching bodies in the paint, guess what? We'll be getting foul calls or shooting foul calls with the silver whistle. Then the 35 standing dunk, because that's just what we had left over. Moving on to the shooting, you'll see that we have a 79 mid-range and an 86 three ball. Now I know people are like, oh, why you went with a 79 mid-range? Because we want to be balanced. We want to be able to shoot those moving shots at a high rate. You see the silver midi magician. You see guard up. And then we also have that 86 three ball, so we will be able to spot up. You see we'll have that 86, so we could get silver agent 3, reach that threshold. Silver blinders, dead eye. You'll be able to shoot lights out with this build. 77 free throw. We got to get that 71 free throw for my rec players. For park players, you could bring this down and throw those points elsewhere. If you don't if you're not gonna be in rec at all, you could take away the free throw. But for those of you who just want a little safety net for when you do slide into rec, you could just go ahead and put that on a 71. If you have anything left over, throw it on your free throw or whatever. Then moving on to the playmaking, obviously an 80 pass accuracy, 87 ball handle, and a 75 speed with ball. Now this is very important. You do have to remain under a certain speed with ball. If you put this speed with ball up too high, I want to say the threshold is like 77, but if you put the speed with ball up too high, you won't get the balanced offensive two guard name. You'll get like a spot up threat or a shot creating threat name or something. So do keep in mind that out of everything here, you do have to keep your speed with ball relatively low, because it will change the name of your build. Like I said, I think the threshold is like somewhere around 77, 78, because I know I made it with an 80 speed with ball and I was getting a different name. I went down to like 79, and then finally I just went down to 75 and it gave me the name that I wanted. So just keep in mind, if you are playing with this, if you put your ball handle or you put your speed with ball up too high, you will get like a shot creating 3-level threat or shot creating 3-point threat or something like that type of name. You will not get the balanced offensive two guard name. Moving on to defense. This build obviously doesn't have a lot of defense on it because, like I said, this is a balanced offensive build. I did go with an 80 perimeter defense, but you can drop that down to a 75 since we're only going to have bronze clamps anyway. If you don't care about having defense, too much defense, you could drop this down to a 75, and then just go about your day putting those points elsewhere. I went with an 80 because I just like the 80 perimeter defense threshold. I just feel more comfortable rocking an 80 or an 85. I just feel more comfortable having that because I just feel like I could play better defense. I could slide my feet faster and stuff like that. So I would like to just stay at that 80 perimeter defense. But again, like I said, you know, you can take that down to 75 for bronze clamps and then just throw that elsewhere on whatever it is that you want. But at the very least, we will be able to stay in front of our man. 51 steel, you know, just for the odd occasion when you do want to, you know, reach. Now, obviously, we're not going to have any steel and badges, no glove, no interceptor, no right stick ripper. So you're going to have to be very careful when you go for those reaches, and you're going to have to be very careful when you try to play those passing lanes, because you will go flying, you know, out of bounds and shit without interceptor. So again, please keep that in mind when you're playing defense on a build like this with very low steel. 35 block, the rebounding is whatever. And then I went with a 60 defensive rebound because, like I said, you know, we are going to be on the taller side at 6'6", and we're also going to have a pretty high vertical on this build. So you want to make sure that, you know, you can, you know, you want to make sure that you can jump up and get those boards and stuff. So I went with the 60 defensive rebound just so we could net that bronze rebound chaser. And then moving on to the physicals, you see the 80 speed, the 80 acceleration, the 45 strength, the 90 vertical, and the 99 stamina. Now, the one thing I will say about this build is that I told you guys that you can go 6'7" on the height. And if you want to go 6'7" on the height to play a little bit of better defense, I would recommend that you drop the steel and the perimeter defense on this build some, you know, just so you could get bronze clamps. And then I would recommend that you put those points, you know, into your block to try and get anchor, because you do, as you can see right here, it says you must be 6'7" or taller, and we are 6'6". We can't reach that 6'7" threshold, because I think shooting guards max out at like 6'9" or 6'8", so you can reach that threshold to get anchor. So if you do want to play a little bit better defense on this build, at the cost of sacrificing your perimeter, your steal, you can, you know, sacrifice your perimeter, your steal, and whatever little offensive rebound you have, take that down and throw that into your block and get that 77 block needed for anchor if you have the points. That anchor, along with that 90 vertical, you are going to be really going crazy, you know, in the paint. So I just wanted to put that out there for those of you who do want to play a slightly better defense. You know, you can do that, you know, if you want to go 6'7" or whatever. You know, you could drop the perimeter, all of that stuff, drop the defensive rebound. Not that I would recommend dropping your rebound, but if you need to, you could drop the defense, drop the rebounding, and throw that into your block or whatever, and the steal, and throw that into your block or whatever. So you can play a little bit better defense in the paint. And then, of course, you know, when we create our build, you will see these shades of, which I think is like Austin Reeves, Jalen Green, and J.R. Smith. And then you'll see that we have created a balanced offensive two guard. So there you have it. This is my balanced offensive two guard build for NBA 2K24. It's been your boy Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K24 content, and of course more rare builds like this. I'm out, guys. Peace.